right here that we're gonna put on top.
What?
Soap mix. What are these?
Soap molds.
Soap molds. We got our stuff that are melting already. Well, this is not melting.
We didn't start those. These already melted.
Yeah, these already melted. This one didn't melted yet. We got our colors here. We got this. We got our soap mold. We got these things that we put on top.
Alright, so Alon was so eloquently putting together, we're about to make some melt and pour soap, and we're learning how to make.
We're gonna make another one.
It's called melt and pour soap. So the first thing we're gonna do, I've already measured out our oils along with our fragrance, and we're going to add it into our pot. Now everything's going together, so the measurements don't have to be exact, but I kind of know how much I want in each, because it's all gonna go, it's a layered pour, so it's all gonna go into each batch evenly.
Wait, so first, this is and action.
So we're making a soap that we use an infusion, an oil infusion for. And I've drained out the herbs just so I can measure out the oils and put the right exact amount of oils. I'm going to add back in the herbs, some of the herbs, not too much, just to the soap, because I like to have some of the herbs. I know you guys love that, having the herbs throughout the soap. We're only adding it to our suspension-based formula, which is the clear soap.
Yeah.
So, Alon, do you want to come and mix this soap?
Me?
Yeah.
That one?
Yes.
Yeah.
But you have to make sure you hold the spatula and hold it properly. Be careful where you're stepping.
Okay.
I need to get a mitten like.
What's a mitten?
So I'm pouring in the first layer, which is our white base. I always do the white base first because it's something about this Stephenson brand base formula that it, like, the white tends to clump out really fast, and it's kind of hard to work with to make swirls. Yes.
So when you're done with that, can you do mine? Because I want to be the flashlight, the big one.
Okay.
When we take another one, when I say, I'm going to one that says action.
Here's your next job. You're going to fan the soap, so this layer, the top layer, is gonna cool.
Pull it around my finger.
Yes, and then do like that. Yep, there we go. Okay, now I am going to pour out 6 cups of the clear base, and then we're gonna add the color and get ready to create the first set of swirls.
That's pretty good. It looks like it's cooled down.
Yeah, so how we know if it's cooled down is like you pinch the silicone part of it, and then it starts to jiggle, and you can see, yes, it is cool. So it's right and exact for me to go ahead and add in my mica for the first layer on top of our white layer. So we're gonna add in the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't see any smoke. I'm just gonna put it back where it was right here.
All right.
Oh, gonna be a flashlight.
Okay, so this layer, we're gonna pour this in slowly. We're gonna do like a drop swirl technique, so pay attention. You lightly pour. This is how you create a swirl. Remember, the white layer, it's gonna pierce through the white layer. That's how you drop it in slowly, and then you move in your hand up top and you swirl. Whew. Now this glass is heavy. Take this spoon out and use both hands. You don't want to do too much dropping because you still want the white to have a layer of its own. As you can see, as it pierces, the color mixes, That's the swirl.
Daddy.
You want to do this slowly. Let the soap cool as we go.
Xovia.
You spray alcohol to remove the soap bubbles that's created. Where's our fanner? Where's our fan so long?
Which fan? Which fan?
This is what happens when we're working with a 5-year-old. You have a job, sir. You're supposed to be cooling the layers. You're fanning the soap base layers. Let's move this out the way. Alright, now we're still mixing. You want to fan for me?
Why?
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna...
What you mean, why, Bhagwan?
Can you hold me
Yeah.
with this hand?
Nah, we're recording a video.
I want to see what it looks like while
You see
we're
your sister?
recording.
Look at her.
This is what's happening, guys, while we're making your soap. This is what's happening.
I want to see what it looks like
I'm gonna
when you're
go back in
recording.
and finish pouring the purple. Again, we're not gonna go in between colors with melt and pour. You want to finish off the color you're pouring because you don't want it to get hardened. Alright, see, I'm pouring really gently and slowly because I don't want it to mix too much with the white where it begins to morph. I want the colors to stay separate. This is why we're doing slowly. We're actually gonna like wait more because we want the purple to set on top of the white now, like how it's doing in this one up top. One second. It's a heavy glass, but works. Alright, gonna give this a break. Spray our alcohol. And we fan. Let that layer set up. How we doing? Good, Xovia? We good? Feel like you good? I can let the cameraman behind the ring light. Alright.
Right, and action.
So this requires a lot of patience for the layer to cool. Ooh, that's strong alcohol, 99% alcohol. Like, strong. Gotta be careful with it.
Cause that's strong.
Yeah,
Just went
the
into my
smell.
nose.
Yeah, that's what happened. You didn't record that part.
I couldn't hold my breath, so that's it fell.
I got more purple. I'm gonna finish pouring in. Just so I don't waste any ingredients, let it all go. And to keep this base moving, we want to keep it moving so it doesn't begin to cool and start to turn solid. Once it starts to cool and turn solid, then you gotta like pop it in the microwave to melt it back down because you can't work with it once it gets cool because then it's like solid form soap. So I'm gonna use this method of using the spatula to help it not puncture and create its own layer. See how the purple has created its own top layer?
What, Daddy? I'll have to stay right here.
Take that from her.
Ooh, dang the top.
See, melt and pour you can do around kids.
What?
With cold process soap making, the fumes from the sodium hydroxide you know, it's really strong. So and you don't want the kids to be touching that at all.
Make this, please.
So this is a lot safer to do with and around kids. So like when I'm doing melt and pour, I don't mind the kids being around the kids. I don't like that word kids. Kids refer to, what is it, goats, wild goats. We don't want children that behave like wild animals. We want children that we can talk to, we can communicate to, that understands us, that we can discipline and work around and work with. So we gotta watch the words we speak and how we refer to our people. So this is our second layer. Then we're gonna move on to the next layer. I put this back inside of the base so the heat can keep it warm for me. Okay, we're gonna pour in for the next layer. We want each to be the same, so at or about, it doesn't have to be exact, but I like to do things exact. So mine is 6 cups that I'm doing. My next layer is going to be the Proud Peacock. Look, Proud Peacock from Nature Soaps. What's up, Xovia? What's up? This is like cooking. Like when you're in the kitchen, this is how Xovia is when I'm in the kitchen. When I'm cooking, she's like literally at my foot, pushing through. So it's kind of the same thing. You got to be careful with the heat, having a young child under your foot. But you can still get it done. So all you moms out there looking for a hustle, I don't know, it's COVID-19 season, so much going on. Looking for extra ways, other ways to make money, and you know you don't have childcare service, you have to do it yourself. You gotta get it done. Watch out, Xovia. Watch out. Watch out. Can I step here? All right. So, well, let's check if this layer have hardened. So we just squeeze it instead. Sometimes you don't have a thermometer, so we just squeeze it to see it jiggle. See the top layer jiggling? That means we can go ahead and start pouring, so it will create a little pierce. I'm gonna mix this because I do not want it to set up. And I think I have some time. So what I'm gonna do is, since this is the last layer, I'm gonna pour the last colorant in, because this is beginning to cool. The pot itself, it's still smoking, so it still has the heat to keep it melted. So, okay, back to the turquoise Proud Peacock color. Alright, so let's get to pouring. Now, we're not using our spatula because we want the color to pierce through. And to do that, kind of bounce your pouring cup so it pierces through the previous layer. Because these have set up, from when we poured our purple, we have to do the bounce so it pierces through like a drop.
Somebody write the numbers down.
Oops. There. Bouncing to get it to pierce through. See the colors coming through. All right, gonna spray to eliminate the air bubbles. That's the one thing you want to be careful with the kids, the alcohol. Okay, so this one needs a lot more. See, when you're working with multiple batches, you want to make sure that they're all at the same measurements. You're reaching the same point, so the colors are, so we don't put too much of the same color into one batch.
Get Xovia quick.
So
Get
let's get her.
Xovia.
She's fine. Xovia, will we leave this up so long? I know they smell good.
Ooh, this is pretty.
Uh-huh. Did you doubt me? Okay, you're gonna watch jiggle the silicone area. Watch it jiggle. It could still use some cooling. Because now when we're pouring this layer, we don't want it to pierce too much.
Hello, everybody. So now,
I'm gonna check on this one. We got a thin film that begins to form when it sits. But you can eliminate it by simply just mixing it in, keeping the heat, letting the heat circulate to keep the soap melted. Okay, now we're gonna use our spatula to help to avoid the soap from dropping through. Okay. You gonna see how everything looks different? That's the beauty of handmade. Every bar is going to be different. Okay, this one I'm just gonna do it lightly. Because that already had, that's kind of to the top. This one could use a little bit more. Oops. And that's fine. Now, if you try this the first time, the second time, the fourth time, the 10th time, and it doesn't come out perfectly, trial and error, it's okay. Practice makes perfect. That's how I got here, to be able to like help people figure out how to do melt and pour soap, how to make it pretty, how to do the swirls. When I first started making melt and pour soap, and even now, I don't see any like content anywhere where I could learn how to, you know, make it pretty, put in the swirl. So this is what I've learned. This is some of what I've learned through the process. I'm always like challenging myself. For instance, making 4 batches at the same time, that's a challenge. And I always want to be able to be the most efficient. We have 3 children at my foot, 2 right now. And time is of the essence. Therefore, I have to get more done using as little effort as possible. So I say that to say, embrace the challenge. Practice makes perfect. Yeah. Tell them, Xovia. Gonna check for the jiggle. We got the jiggle. These are gonna be so perfect. Oh my goodness. My goodness. And then after we're finished this, I'm gonna just show you guys quickly what the bars look like that I made yesterday. They weren't exactly these ones, but the same swirling technique. And that's okay. How did you know?
Pick all those up.
I know how that fell.
What's up? You smiling at me like you about to get into trouble. Alright, so well, actually I'm gonna start back here because I did this one last, so this one's melted still. So I'm gonna do like a drop swirl to get that pink to penetrate those previous layers. Alright, perfect. Same here. Bounce. Bounce. Balance and add back to just make sure everything is even.
She's giving you something, Tanika.
I can't take it right now.
What? Why are you giving her this mask?
Now we just spray the alcohol to get rid of the top soap bubbles. And then I wanted to do something different that I've never done with my melting pour was to add a little mica sparkling on top. Oops, okay, it's a little spilled out, but that's fine. That's pretty much what we're going for. Not too much. Okay, maybe. And then now I'm gonna put on my herbs. I want to put them on quickly because I don't want the top layer to set up too much.
You gotta poop.
Use both hands.
Oh. Gotta poop.
And then what I'm gonna do to seal down the herbs after I put them on as quick as possible, because the top layer is already starting to cool and we want it to hold on to the herbs. Oh, that's so pretty. It's so pretty. So I'm adding some calendula, lavender, which are all rose, and some yarrow, which is all herbs that we have inside of the YONI bar, the YONI oil infusion, sorry, and the YONI bar. Okay, we'll do the yarrow next. Xovia doing so good. So good, allowing us this time. Okay.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get some.
Okay. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now I'm gonna put some alcohol on top to hold in. And I'm gonna use my one of my art tools to just press in the herbs into the top layer. This soap's gonna take about, what, 5 hours to cool. I'm gonna have to like puncture it to get it to go in. That's the difference between melt and pour and cold process. If you're doing a cold process soap and you're adding botanicals on top, once you like place it, it holds on to, it grips onto the soap. But melt and pour, it's already cured, right? So it just needs to cool, and the top cools so fast that you need to, like, you know, make little holes, allow it to grip on. This is so beautiful. Let's have a look inside. These are our loaves. Let's cut inside. Let's see what they look like. Let's see what they came out. So I'm using a soap cutter that I got from Amazon. I really don't remember how much I got it for, but you can find it on Amazon. Oh, they're so pretty. So pretty. And I like to weigh every bar. All of our bars, normally they are 5 ounces or more. This restock, we're giving you guys jumbo bars, so they're gonna be 6 ounces at least. Oh, look at that one. Look how it's like kind of see-through, like, but you can still see the color. Ooh, and it smells so good. This lavender and thyme, this works together beautifully. Both ingredients have antifungal and antibacterial benefits. They're really good for yoni bars. Look at that. When we do the drop, that's how we create those swirls. You see the color mixes in, the white raises up, purple to the side. Oops. Now I'm trying to make sure every bar is the same. I have it measured here on my cutter, but sometimes it can slide. It's a hand cutter, so every bar is not going to be the same cut. Try to make them as right and exact as possible, but it's hard sometimes to actually accomplish that. Look at that beauty. And then look on top. It's like my favorite part. When we sprayed on the mica, we used alcohol and mica. And then we have our herbs attached. You see they're stuck in there. You gotta remember to put them on the right time. Okay. Yes. Look at that beauty. Look at that. Look at that. And then this is a sample size. There's another loaf. So exciting. The more loaves, the funner this is. That one's a little small. It's 5.5 pounds, 47 ounces. Got a little too excited with that one. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at those swirls. Look at that. Then this is also a moving meditation to help me get the bars that are the size that I want, the weight that I want. and to keep them consistent. You gotta focus, concentrate on everything being in the right place. They're so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. I already know this is over. And so is this one. This is well over. Look at that. This looks like the ocean. It's giving me ocean vibes. I love it. And our final loaf. Each loaf gives me, what is it? I'm getting 7 huge, over 6 ounce each bars. You can get less than that if you cut your bars smaller. Ooh, I'm digging this. I'm digging this. So pretty. And I always like the end pieces. Give us a straight line look. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. The thing I love the most about melt and pour soaps is the transparent look that you can get. This looks so amazing. This looks so amazing. There's nothing better than taking a shower with beautiful soaps that smell amazing, that have aromatherapy benefits. They look good, they make you feel good, they smell good. You're taking a shower with it, you feel good. Oh my goodness. With real herbs and essential oils and organic ingredients. Yes, yes, yes. That was a big one. 7 ounces right there. Every bar is different. Every bar is unique. A sample piece. This is mine. This is mine. So I hope you guys are able to learn from this video. If you don't achieve these results in your first try, you probably won't get it until like your 10th try, or however many amount of tries it takes you. Practice makes perfect. Practice makes more practice. Practice makes results. the ones that you seek, the ones that you hope for. So I hope this video helps provide information to help you get prettier soaps just from my experience and how I achieved my swirls, so you can create your swirls, and also so you can see how I make my soaps, what goes into our soaps. They're so pretty, and they smell amazing. Yes.